Obituaries are sponsored by Colonial Funeral Home and Stokes Chapel, Fair, Ray, and Perry Spencer Funeral Homes, Boone & Cook Funeral Home and Crematory.
3 announcements from Boone & Cook Funeral Home and Crematory. Graveside services for Bambi Lynn Hutchinson, 61, are today at 2 o'clock at Danview Cemetery. The family will receive friends from 1 until 1:45. Arrangements are incomplete for Clyde Adkins and for Patricia and Gentry Patterson. 2 announcements from Perry Spencer Funeral Home in Madison. Public viewing for Travis F. Ziegler, 52, of McLeansville, are tomorrow from 1 until 7. Arrangements for Donovan T. Hairston, 34, of Madison, are incomplete. 5 announcements from Fair Funeral Home. Graveside services for Barbara Ann Stone, 80, of Axton, are today at 11 o'clock at Shiloh Primitive Baptist Church Cemetery. The service will be live streamed. Funeral services for Susan Lynn Grogan Martin of Eden are today at 2 o'clock at First Presbyterian Church. A celebration of life for John Carl Stacy, Jr. of Eden will be held tomorrow at 2 o'clock at the Fireman's Hut in Eden. Graveside services for Ellen Davis Hundley, 64, of Eden, will be held Thursday at 2 o'clock at Stoneville Municipal Cemetery. She will lie in repose tomorrow from noon until 6 and Thursday from 8 until noon. The service will be live streamed. Arrangements for Pearl Cheney Hughes, 98, are incomplete. 3 announcements from Colonial Funeral Home. Graveside services for Mary Helen Moore Knight, 89, of Madison, are today at 2 o'clock at Comer's Chapel Baptist Church Cemetery. The family will receive friends following the service. Graveside services for Wesley Ray Hall, 70, of Danbury, are today at 2 o'clock at Snow Hill United Methodist Church Cemetery. The family will receive friends following the service. Douglas Doug Gilbert Sands, 67, of Mayodan, died Sunday. Funeral services are Friday at 5 o'clock at Colonial Funeral Home, Stokes Chapel. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service. He was born in Rockingham County and was a former heavy equipment operator. Survivors include daughters Sherry Stovall and Ken, and Tatum Foley and Ryan. Sisters Brenda Joyce and Thomas, and Jane Gann and Jean. 5 grandchildren, 1 great-grandchild, and best friends Sam Martin, William Broadnax, and Hal Shelton. Healing begins at Roselawn Memorial Gardens, Ashley Loop, Reedsville, and at Reedlawn Cemetery, Barn Street, Reedsville. Follow us on Facebook.